Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Prancing Pony Podcast. Please, thank you so much for joining me tonight, especially as we're so close to the holidays. I know that everybody's got a lot going on, probably some last-minute shopping to be done and things like that. So thank you. And of course, many of you, I hope, were at the Moot and are still recovering from that incredible event. So welcome. And as usual, this is a great chance to just chat and catch up. Let me know what's going on in your Tolkien world these days, what you're looking forward to, maybe what Tolkien related Christmas present you're hoping to get under the tree or in your stocking. So yeah, just what's going on out there today. Katie and Nate, looks like maybe it might just be the three of us tonight. I don't know. Is it just the three of us? It might be. Ah, the memories. Yeah, there was this moot. That is true. That was quite a thing. Quite a thing. Yeah, I'm still tired. that was an event. Wow. And quite a busy time. Yep. Hello, lurkers. Are those like the swamp lurkers? The little tentacled sort of, walking around with the, 3 hours. Well, I guess I have you beat. I think I average 4.5. Hassle. Horrendous. Good to see y'all. No, I knew it wasn't just the three. I was trying to get everybody. Stout Shield. I'm not lurking. I'm just not saying anything. That's fair. That's totally fair. Yeah, Texas weather was nice. It was a little windy when we got out there, but it calmed down and, certainly pleasant during the days and not too bad cool during the evenings. A lot better than what we're going to get out here in Southern California over these next couple of days. I was reading about the Pineapple Express, the atmospheric river coming our way. We may get as much as 8 inches of rain in about a 2.5-day period all over Christmas. So I'm not sure that Santa's going to deliver anything. He might just get drowned. But yeah, I mean, like massive warnings. Oh yeah, I'll be safe. Don't think I'm going anywhere. I'm just gonna. I mean, I might have to come to the office. We might have to move. We might have to move Christmas to Friday and Saturday, and I'll just come to work on Wednesday and Thursday. Oh yeah. Not that the kids will let us do that, but we try. So, any cool Tolkien gifts that you're giving or hoping to be getting? Hassel says, looking forward to be reading all 12 History of Middle Earth volumes you just got. That is an early Christmas present. Certainly wouldn't fit in any normal sized stocking, that's for sure. That'll barely fit under a tree. Unless they're the digital versions, of course. I mean, there's the set right there from like partway through that box. I think it's Silmarillion Unfinished Tales, and then it starts with Book of Lost Tales through here, all the way through there, I think. Yeah, it would have been good to have you with us, but maybe next time. We'll see. We'll see what we're going to do next time, right, Katie? We have no idea. If nothing else, we got to wait until we get the get our surveys back to make sure that was a good place to hold it. Felt like a good place to hold it, though. Ebooks. Yes, I do love those ebooks, Hassel. It makes searching for things a lot easier. I have them on my Mac so that when I'm prepping an episode, I can find the things. 10 out of 5, right on. Yep. Yeah. We'll go through our surveys. We'll do that. We'll do that after we've had a chance to decompress, though, right, Katie? Sometime in mid-January, I hope. So, it was a wonderful time. For those who were not there, one of the highlights was the brutal trivia contest, the pub quiz that I pulled together Thursday night. And then the other highlight was probably the thing I missed because I was doing the official programming, which was the movie night. But Saturday night, Brett Devereaux held court in the hallway for about 5 hours, talking about everything from chariots and the Roman Republic, and it was just fantastic. It was such a wonderful time. Karaoke was right up there as well. I mean, anytime you get to do a Billy Idol's White Wedding as a duet with Corey Olson, that's a pretty good day. Um, yeah, Quizgul, you guys dominated, that's for sure. Yeah, it was fun. It was also fun seeing people getting what I was looking for. It was very specific. It was very, I tried to be as accurate as I could. It was definitely tough. Some of them were meant to be easy, but some were meant to be to reward that really deep knowledge. Um, especially things like from the appendices or from the first stage. But it was good. It was really good. Um, yeah, yeah. I got to say, karaoke was a blast. Surprised I actually still have a voice. It took me a couple days to get it back after all that. Nate, I'm still learning. That's the thing. I mean, you all get to hear what I learned about a month ago whenever you listen to a new episode. So I am Barry. Yeah. The Tower and the Ruin is fantastic. I had to do sort of not a surface skim. I read in full the introduction of the first chapter, and then I read, I think, two other chapters and skimmed the rest in preparation for the interview. But now I'm actually working my way through the book. It is a fantastic book. Absolutely now on my list. I've long said my list of recommended books, like must-read books are Humphrey Carpenter's biography, John Garth's Tolkien and the Great War, and Tom Shippey's Road to Middle Earth or Author of the Century. I kind of like Road a little better, but Author of the Century might be a little more accessible. And then that list stayed the same, those three, for a very long time. And then a couple of years ago, Tom Hillman's Pity, Power, and Tolkien's Ring got added to that list. And now Tower and the Ruin gets added to it. Phil and you make the next quiz? No. Oh, that is a great piece, Nate. Yeah. I got the Tuor one. Tuor looking at the sea. Yeah, it's that's the one I got. Sorry for the light reflections. It's one of my favorite moments in the story. I mean, plus I have to tell you, as a native Californian, that looks an awful lot like the rocks off Big Sur off Monterey, and it's just it's really nice. Yeah, Hassel was on the winning team. It was a tough one. All the images were good. She's a fantastic artist. I love her style. I've always enjoyed, photorealism, and her stuff is breathtakingly good. Her portraits are just stunning. So it was a tough call. It was a tough call. There were a lot of good ones. Yeah. Yeah. Her landscapes too. That's the thing. It's like, how do you do portraits so well? And then you also do landscapes so well. I know. It's so neat to know that she listens to the show while she's doing her work. I love hearing those stories. I've talked to other folks who do their crafts of whatever kind. I've talked to woodworkers and other visual artists. I've talked to I think there was a jewel smith once. So I mean, I've talked to people who do their thing while listening to the show, and it's really neat. Yeah. Which one did she do at the Moot? I think I might have. I saw the one that she did of you, right? The pencil sketch of you. I think that was hers, right? Yeah, I have not read LeConte's new book yet. That's on my list of ones to read. I'll probably get to it in January. Um, oh, that's right. Nakot did that one. A photo of Brett and others in a late night keynote. Oh, wow. And she turned that into a sketch. That's fantastic. I gotta see that. Yeah, the late night keynote. Thankfully, Brett didn't invoice me for a second one. That was That was fantastic. And I love knowing that all three of our keynotes had such a great time. I mean, obviously Sean had a good time. It was wonderful to see him again for the first time in over 2 years. The last time we'd been in the same room together would have been Oxenmoot in 23. But to know that he had a wonderful time, but then so did Brett and so did Chris Gilson. It was just great. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll chat for a couple more minutes just because the moot was so good and a number of you were able to be there either in person or virtually. And then we'll transition in the next few minutes over to the game as we make our way to Dunland as Hilbern continues the journey. And hopefully we'll make our way up to level 75 so we can get that new set of armor that he's got waiting for him. Make him nigh untouchable. Katie has just sent me a photo of that sketch. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's so cool. That is so cool. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, the Lord of the Rings weapons. Told you about the one that Weta was reopening up their run of swords from their master swordsmith. But I think when I was looking at the sword with the battle worn finish and the scabbard with the battle worn finish, it was Harrigram, and it was identical to what they had in the films. It was somewhere in the neighborhood of $35,000 or $40,000. I thought, no. That's fair, Nate. Gilson's word nerdery is, like fifth degree black belt compared to my like yellow belt. But it was, I actually, of course, was able to enjoy maybe perhaps a little bit more, but it is a challenging topic. And it's been so fun to kind of expand my word nerdery skills over the years. That's an area that I used to lean on Sean entirely for. And so I've had to step it up myself since his departure to learn more. And it's been a lot of fun. It's very rewarding. And I loved seeing how moved he was by these things, by the beauty of these words. Well, thank you, Hassel. I will hold you to that. All right. Let's go ahead and get into the game. Obviously, I'll still take your questions and comments in the chat. Katie will get them to me if I'm not able to catch them in the chat here. Same with if for some reason I lose the stream. But let's go ahead and bring in the other camera here. Yeah, the armor is even more mind-boggling than the sword. I mean, the detail level. It's just breathtaking what they do. All right, we're going to turn off chat in the overlay. So that just means that folks on Twitch and YouTube will only be able to communicate with themselves or with one another rather than with folks on the other channel. And let's go ahead and get going. Hilbern on his way to Dunland. All right. I'm so excited to see the change to the loading screens and the opening screen in terms of support for ultra-wide monitors. Apparently that's already live on Bullroarer, which is their test server, and reports are good. So hopefully that'll be rolled out at an update very soon. All right. Oh, I need to still turn on chat or I won't see your comments. There we go. Oh, is it up? Hassel, it was like it was 1 billion when I left for the moot. Nobody won it. Oh, guess I know what I'm doing tomorrow. All right. Let's dismiss these things. I forgot. Daravoon has a quest, but it's... Oh, yeah. We're not going to touch that because it's not even the right area. Okay, so we want to turn on that, turn on this, and we want to make our way onto the main road and hang a right. This is the road we're going to go down. Looks like I'm going to have to kill that guy because he's in my way. Yeah, I'm on the right road. So we're just going to make our way down this road with the creepy music and all. Here, doggy, doggy, doggy. Who's a good doggy? If you're an angered wood troll, let's see what you like when you're I don't know, poked an angered wood troll. Just drilled a hole in you. All right. We want to go like this way. Oh, didn't see him. Kunanoon. Good evening, Erica, and welcome. Well, I would certainly be happy to create. I mean, I actually am planning it. I just haven't had the time to do it. Once I form the Frantic Pony Podcast as an LLC, right now it's a general partnership, then I will also go ahead and create a nonprofit foundation, and it'll be the nonprofit that will run the moots, so that way, if people want to contribute, those contributions can be tax free. It's just that's going to cost some money because I got to hire lawyers to do that and keep everything separate and all of that good stuff. If I had to recast one person from Jackson's Lord of the Rings, who would I replace and what actor would I put into the role? Nick Cage as Aragorn. No. That is who the studio wanted at one point after they fired the young guy whose name escapes me, but that was a good decision not to. Not to. I don't know if I'm going to make your 14th share fund official, Katie, but I do want to have a nonprofit that could do things like, help provide books for schools, for copies of Lord of the Rings, copies of the Silmarillion, for, you know what I'm saying? Like do things sort of like the Tolkien Society does, but in the U.S. But that has to be a nonprofit and would have to be entirely separate from the Prancing Pony podcast. Rage quit stream. Yeah, Stuart Townsend. Yeah, I couldn't remember who it was. Who would I recast? I guess the question then is there anybody who's not cast well? And the answer is really no, because I mean, if there's one thing that I don't have any complaints about, it's the casting. Because while I might be disappointed that they had Max. Hey, Max, how's it going, man? It's good to have you here. I would have loved to have you at the moot. That would have been so much fun. Next time. Danny DeVito is Gollum. That's actually not a bad idea. Oh shoot, who's the guy that plays? Holly want a cracker? In Aladdin, the guy that plays the bird. He's like squinty-eyed guy. I think he does the voice of the Aflac duck. Erica, thank you so much. Yeah, he would have been funny as Gollum. No, the thing is, I don't know that there were any casting mistakes. It'd be really hard to say who I would recast because I can't think of anybody that wasn't cast, frankly, brilliantly. Would I recast some people in the other adaptations? Oh, yes. If you've ever seen the 1977 Rankin Bass Hobbit, now I can't remember his name, an Austrian guy was voicing the king of the woodland realm, and it was like, dwarves, what are you doing in my halls? It was very funny and very weird and very like, I don't know. I half expected him to say, "Get to the chopper." Actually, casting Arnold as somebody would have been interesting. Maybe what it would be instead finding somebody who was not cast, like finding a character like Tom Bombadil or Baragond or somebody who was not actually in the film and figuring out who would have been a good version of him. Glorfindel, yeah. So there are a number of interesting things we could do there. So that might be an easier question. In that case, um, I don't know. I'm still a little lost. I'm just not an actor. Did I miss your DMs? I'm so sorry. Casey Kasem. Casey Kasem? No, he was in. He was what? Merry or Pippin in the Rankin and Bass Return of the King, though. Zoinks! Eowyn. Yeah, Iago, but it's not Casey Kasem. It's Iago was played by. Oh, I can't remember his name. He's the guy that did the Aflac duck. But anyway, Liv Tyler as Glorfindel is a bad move. Oh man, who would I cast Henry Cavill as? And thank you, Galadriel, Gilbert Gottfried, or thank you, Mister Galadriel. It's Gilbert Gottfried. Um, yeah, the who would I cast Henry Cavill as? He might have been a good Baragond, you know, a dedicated soldier who loves Faramir and sought to protect him and do the right thing. He also might have been a good Boromir, but Sean Bean was brilliant. So, the land of the stag, be on your guard. We need to know what the situation here is, and we can only know that by observing its people. Scout the area to the south and determine what we will be dealing with as we pass through this land. Scout ahead and help an inhabitant of Trum Dreng. Fortunately, I think there's an inhabitant of Trum Dreng right here.
Do not speak the names of evil things, for you will call them.
Hail, Duvodiad. Will you stay a moment? We had need of a strong warrior like yourself in our little band. We can find work for you and reward as well. There is much to be done and even more to be gained. Well, of course, I'm going to have to do this. Good, consider it done. You are one of our small clan now. We are not so different. We all want the same thing. Wealth, power. Run with us, and you shall have both. Of this we have been assured.
I have not seen your kind before.
You will find that we value those who are strong and warlike, Duvodiad or no. Come, I will bring you to the others. We value strong folk here, even Duvodiad. You will find us a humble band of outcasts, but we have lofty hopes for ourselves. Hail, brother! I found a warrior upon the road who wishes to join us for a time. That is good tidings. This looks to be a stalwart sort of soldier. Actually, I'm a little mushy. I have a much better chance at raiding Trum Dreng now. Aye, I agree. Riches shall soon be ours. There is a little village nearby, you see. Clan Taren, if our maps speak true. If the doe we trapped signifies, I would guess the village is of the Stag clan. A soft lot. I am both Statler and Waldorf. Who is the stranger, Lookout? An adventurer. This outsider wishes to help us, surely to reap riches from the pillaging. An adventurer from foreign parts. You will indeed be a boon. Not sure I really want to join these people. They sound like a bunch of thugs. Do, tell us of your village. 1,000 curses upon you, outcast. You do not frighten me. Ha ha, the little doe does herself few favors. Whether or not you speak up, girl, we will invade your puny village. I might have spared your life had you been more forthcoming. If you're just going to kill a captive, you may question her if you wish, Devodiad. Perhaps you will be more successful in extracting helpful information. Thank you. There looks to be no honor in what the Dunlendings want you to do. Yeah. Chief Huntress and Protector. My weapons were taken from me, but I'll help you fight. Absolutely. Stag clanswoman is free. Prepare yourself for the wrath of the outcasts. Oh, I'm prepared. Come, let us drive out these fiends. Why are you going down there? I have my trap up here. I shall not die at your hands, River Hobbit. Actually, yes, you will. I am getting out of here. Cowards and fools, all of them. Come on. I have to do everything myself. Come at me if you dare. Come at me, bro. Haha, thank you. It's about time. Let me see real quick. I'm just catch up real fast here. Am I Statler or Waldorf? Age differences between the hobbits. Yep. Tone matters. Are you going to read the question? Oh, man. All right.
You're welcome here.
Thank you, friend. I am Eline, and you have the gratitude of myself and my village. I should not sound like I smoke 6 packs a day. I need to have a... Should you wish it, you may have refuge in Clan Turin for as long as you like. We do not normally invite strangers into our midst, but I will tell the elder what you have done for us. Let us leave here. Oh, I get to finally start collecting new tiers of of crafting material. Woohoo! Hold on, I should be right on top of something. Scout ahead and help an inhabitant, but maybe I just need to find the village. The village, I think, is on the other side of the river. Calenard Scarn. I'm such a happy man. Calenard Scarn. Okay. Yeah, there's the... Oh, more Calenard Scarn. More birch branches. So here's the thing. My guy doesn't have mastery of this tier. This is the tier... This is the Westfold tier for both Forester and Prospector. Now, at least for Forester, I have gotten some hides. Uh-oh. That guy's going to come at me now. So I don't have to get quite as much in the way of wood and hides, but I have to get quite a bit of Calenard Scarn in order to complete that tier. Oh, 500 miles? We'll grab the milestone here and replace the one at Ekadagaras. We'll get the stable master.
Greetings.
Will you remain here long?
And no, I will not remain here long, only as long as the epic keeps me here. Hold, Devodiad. Let me have a look at you. Ah, you are the kind hunter of whom Elaine spoke. We have been expecting you. You have our gratitude and our hospitality. We do not make a habit of welcoming outsiders to our midst, but exceptions are to be made for a hero. Come, there are many who wish to thank you, and most of all the elder. He can be found within. The stag clan of Chlan, it's Chlan, right? Or is that only if it's a double L? Lan Terran. Hey, look, there's a bird there. Can't talk to him. Can't do anything. All right. Clansman. There's Elaine. I knew you would come, Hilbern. I hope Cadil did not give you any trouble on the bridge. My people are suspicious of Devodiad, but I told them about how you rescued me from the outcasts. The elder wishes to speak with you, my friend. He means to give you a proper welcome. Elder Riagan. Love these outfits. Look at that. Ah, you must be Hilbern. Come, make yourself at home. I like the look of you, Hilbern. A good, strong, sturdy river hobbit. That is what I like in a warrior. You've done us a great service by rescuing our headstrong little huntress. Elaine is a brash girl, but we would be helpless without her. Yeah, none of these are any useful to me. Tonight is the Feast of the Running Stag, our clan's annual festival. It's an important ritual, and you must join and share our fare. Tonight you are of the Karuluth, the Stag clan. Now be off with you. I must prepare, and I cannot remember where I left the 3 ritual pieces. Curse this old head of mine. The crown, the spear, the hair. Where did I leave them? Okay. Well, I don't know. You haven't given me any clues at all. But they are all here in the town, so that helps, right? There's a ritual horsetail. There's a ritual spear. And there's a ritual crown, which I can't get to until I get back up here. All right. You have picked up a crudely hewn crown made of sticks and rocks. Oh, you are a kind one, Hilbern. I'm ready to replace the rest of the stag clan with just you, truth be told. Do not pay me any mind. They are a useless little clan, but they are no less dear to me for that. That sounds like something I might say about, I don't know, Team PPP. No, I'm just kidding. A useless little clan, but they're no less dear to me. No, I could not do my job without my team, let's be clear. And I'm waiting for the Allen in all caps. It's coming. It's coming. Boom! There it is. No, not yet. All right. Brett's thoughts on the Dunlendings would be interesting. That would be very interesting, actually. Yeah, there's the wow. There it is. All right. Thank you for helping an old man gather his wits. I say that all the time to my team. Now I may begin to prepare for tonight. All right. Talk to Bragiar in Chlan Taran, the village of... Yeah. We got a couple people to talk to here. Alan can remember from episode 12. What do I need to remember from episode 12?
As long as the sun shines, you are welcome here.
So now I need to collect kindling for a bonfire and pick scented herbs or herbs, as the case may be. Hunt game beasts.
Wolves will be the least of our troubles.
And I think... where is... Oh, he's out here. That's who I need to talk to. Drygear. Oh, hey, there's Liliali. Or Lili. Vowels, as I call her.
There's much we can do here in Drang to help its people.
Newspaper you can roll up and smack. Hey, now. We have already learned much about Dunland from your brief encounter, Hilbern. Much we can do to help its people and smooth the passage of the Great Company through this land. Ooh, I get to pick a ring. Might and Fate don't help me. Agility and Fate do. Agility and Fate with critical rating. That's going to replace my... Ooh, that physical mastery. I mean... Yeah, let's have it actually replace the Sublime Dawn Rose Ring of Power. Because that's an older level gear.
Its people are marginalized.
Okay. The Stag clan is not as powerful as it once was, and now its people are being marginalized. If we can gain their favor, it could be that they will resist the call of Solomon. Stay here and help the people of Drang, Hilbern. Once you are satisfied that you have done all you can to earn their respect and favor, continue southeast into the lands of Bryn Gwith. There you will find a large village called Galdrev. Just outside this village, we can meet up with Halbarad and see what we've done as we pass through Dunland. Oh, I meant to ask, Nate asks, what did you think of that recital from the young lady at the moot? Oh, my goodness. There was the 11-year-old daughter of our tech lead and an incredibly helpful guy, Phil. His daughter did a full recitation of the Lay of Eärendil, the one that Bilbo sings in Rivendell. The whole thing, memorized, top to finish, top to bottom. And not just like memorizing the rote syllables in order, but like delivering it with emotion and energy and pacing. It was so good. Blown away by that. Bree, once again, I'll just remind about which side their bread is buttered. Yes, on which side their butter is breaded, as we say. When will we get to see Cornelius here in LotRO? Katie, I think you need to make an alt named Cornelius. That's Tar Cornelius to you. All right. So we need to help the people of Drang, which means we need to do some of these missions. So let's go ahead and collect some kindling, and we'll hunt game beasts while we're at it. So it looks like the Nate's already making the alt. Darn it. Is a dwelling ox considered a game animal? We're going to find out. Yes. Oh, that's a hostile scout. We're going to have to kill him. I'm almost saddened by the fact that Tar Cornelius is going to be not a character on my list of alts. No. Good job, Nate. That's Tar Cornelius to you. I wonder if they'll even let you do the tar bit. They should, as long as you're not doing something else that's, not cool. But come on, dude. Die. All right, get some kindling. Kindling. If Alan ever makes a Beorling alt. Well, I do actually have a Beorning alt. And he is named after a bear of some kind, but I probably not super clever. I don't remember what it was. It wasn't Yogi. Hey, boo-boo. Don't let the Rangers get to the picnic basket. Takes on a whole different meaning when you're talking about the Rangers. Oh, no. Link lost with Katie. Must have crashed. I was like, what was that sound? And then I saw Link lost. Goldberry. Oh, that's terrible, actually. I'm not sure I can allow you the door out. I literally don't remember. Mine's Grimbeorn, I think. So it's not a pun. It's just an actual. Did I make fun of it? Mistaking an idiom. Hello, scented herb. What happens when Herb wears cologne? He's a scented herb. Oh, we got a pair here. We can just do a little rain of arrows and bring in more meat. Boop, boop. Okay, still looking for the herbs and the kindling. There's some kindling. Oh, and Calenard Scarn to make my day a little bit better. The amount of Scarn you need at this level is insane. Because you need, so for example, I'm at 18,680. I need 680, but then I'll need like 1080. Or no, I'll need 1260. No, it's double, so it's 1360. So I'll need 1360 to get expertise. So that's a total of 2,000 experience points that I will need to get mastery. And each ingot is 6. So you do the math. You figure that's like 350 ingots, 330 ingots, something like that. So you have to double that number to get the number of Scarn that you need. You need about 600 plus Calenard Scarn in order to do that. So it's a right pain. Takes forever. Oh, I've already done that. So now I just need to get one more game beast and head back. Oh, that's a scout. I don't need him. Wild Thorn Tusker. There we go. Hey. Oh, but I'm going to have to kill you both. All right. Yeah, so 600 Scarn is probably in the neighborhood of about 400 nodes that you'll have to hit. Is a lot. Now on later tiers, you can do a thing where you take the ingots and then you turn them into like shavings, and then you turn the shavings back into ingots, and you can recycle. You lose some in the process, but it's a way to at least you don't need as many Scarn to do the job. But man, it is a pain. All right.
The Ukwi rod requires us to give welcome to Devotia.
Evil things stir in the night.
Evil things stir in the night. Yeah, I know. I've done that panned. But I'm done doing that. I have at least one alt that is at, well, I'm not done now because they've just expanded the levels, but I have one alt that is master of the guild at the Umbar level in each of the crafts. So I have a master of jewel smith, a metal smith, of weapon smithing, of woodworking, all scholar, cook, all of them. But now they've upped the levels, so I have to do it again. Have you been enjoying your stay thus far, dear Hilbern? There are not many hours left until the Feast of the Running Stag. I want to make certain that everyone is ready precisely at sundown. The ritual is an important part of our heritage. My good clansmen are not always the most observant when it comes to these things. Indeed, the blood of the stag clan grows thin, and only Elaine and Guto show promise of growing into true stags. My feet are sore and my words are tired, but I do what I can to nurture my folk, so that they will be able to carry on when I am gone. I wish that they could be more like you. Please, will you go and remind them all to be present at sundown? Well, of course I will, because I have to help some of you before I can move on to Galtrev. I mean, that's what it says, right? Hey, Elaine. Oh, I'll attend. Hoping to share a meal. All right. Not my type, but all right. I don't see the point of carrying on this old tradition. No one cares but the elder. Bah, the elder's eyes are not good, nor is his memory. He'll surely not notice if I am not present. Old tedious rite, anyhow. I see you're here to nag me in his place, which means you'll tell him. Very well, I'll go. Wake me when it's time to eat.
I have not seen your kind before.
I will promise no such thing, Duvodiad. My grandfather believes in the preservation of our culture, But I believe in the preservation of our lives. If you failed to notice, one of our clanswomen was attacked not many days ago. Someone must remember these things, rather than remember a history lived long, long ago. I'm grateful to you, but I make no promises. Now stop troubling me, and go humor my grandfather somewhere else. Wow, he's your grandfather. You're showing no respect. I get no respect. No respect.
You're welcome here.
Yeah, he sent somebody yesterday, the day before. We'll be there, whatever. All right. If I got invited to do a voiceover for one of the characters in a Tolkien book, which would you pick? Oh. And Nate, I'll get to your question. I just saw it. Oh my. If I got to do a character in any Tolkien book, it's tough because I want to do villains. He doesn't get a lot of lines, but I would do Glaurung in a heartbeat. Still, though, I mean, because he gets some of the best dialogue. But in honesty, here's the deal. If we're doing a full version of the Children of Hurin that includes, the novel version and not just the Silmarillion version, I want Hurin. I want him standing up against Morgoth. That's who I want to be. But Glaurung, if I could get two. If I could provide the voiceovers for one ride at Disney World, Disneyland, what would it be? It's been so long since I've been. Don't believe in evil curses, says you. Properly warned ye be, says I. Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean, yeah. That's what I would do, Pirates of the Caribbean. All right. The elder listens with a sad smile as you recount your conversations to him. Aye, they're generally a soft lot. But that is no matter. I'm glad they're coming. Most of them, at least. Thank the Gwyrod for Eline. She's a jewel among coals. My grandson's a good boy, but like a bull in both body and mind. I pray he will learn to think of living as oft as he thinks of war. When I die, he will lead this clan in my stead. Yes, I hope there is still time for him to learn. All right. Thank you, Nate. But yeah, it's not just Aure and Tulava, it's the way he stands up to Morgoth in that chapter. But it would have to be the full version. Otherwise, I'm going to pick somebody with more lines. Can I also get Tolkas while I'm in there? All right. And more like guidelines than actual rules. Part of the ship, part of the crew. And now the members of the Stag clan who live beyond Lan Taran must receive their summons as well. Once a year, a crow from our village flies down to remind the solitary folk that it's time to join their brethren for an evening. The Cremine can be found in the village. They'd be so good as to set them off in the direction of the farms. Birds know what to do from there. All right. Have I done any word nerder in the Denlendings? No, I've not. I'm not sure that there is a lot of word nerdery that can be done. The Dunlending language is going to be kin to the language of the House of Haleth, because that is who they are related to. But they are a language that has grown separate. And the only word we have, I can't remember what it was. Forgoil or something is the only word we have in Dunling. So there's no word nerdery to be done, unfortunately. But I will be talking about them in the Men of Middle Earth in this upcoming series of today's Tolkien Times. I think I still start finishing up the Corsairs of Umbar, but I will be spending 2 or maybe 3 episodes on the Dunlendings. There's one more. Birds are off then. Very good. I think the Feast of the Running Stag will be a memorable one, thanks to the help that you've lent us. We have not had an able-bodied warrior like yourself for a long time, save dear Elaine and my stubborn grandson, Guto. Spend the rest of your time as you please until the feast begins. I have no more need of you. There's always work to be found and never enough hands found to do it. Hassel asks, do you think if Eldarion had a son, do you think he would have stayed longer on land to teach his son how to be a mariner, or left earlier because he would have thought his job was done? Oh, that's actually a very good question. I think he would have thought his job was done, to be honest. He was so self-focused. So self-focused. I don't think he would have even considered anything else.
It is not our
I'm more fascinated with the what if that we talked about during the recordings, which was, what if he was the second son of Tarman Eldur? What if he was able to fulfill his role as the lead mariner and the diplomat and the warrior, while somebody else was the heir and got to be the future king? All right, so she wants me to defeat Red Eye, and then Guto wants me to defeat wolves. These are going to overlap, I'm sure. And he wants me to collect wild turnips.
I fear wolves will be the least of our troubles.
All right, so Red Eye is over there. Boulder every day. The wolves are in the same area. Fear of famine is in the same area. So that should be fairly easy. Oh, my Raiders were eliminated in week 4. I am absolutely thrilled that the Chiefs are out too. The thing that worries me is they're down to like their 6th quarterback. So when the Raiders play them, the Raiders might actually win, which would be the worst thing they could do. This is something that the Raiders have had a tendency to do. They'll have an absolutely crappy season. They'll be lined up to get the number 1, 2, or maybe 3 pick in the draft. And then they go and win some pointless games at the end of the season and drop to the 8th or 9th pick. They drop to the 8th or 9th pick, they're not going to get a quarterback next year. They need to lose to the Chiefs, and they need to frankly lose to the Giants. But yeah, the Chiefs, I mean, I don't wish injury on anybody, and I'm sorry that Mahomes got hurt, but it was nice to see them losing before that. Not a Tolkien question, but what holiday tradition am I looking forward to doing? Am I going to sound like a terrible human for not having a lot of holiday traditions anymore? It's mostly just the kids, like watching the kids do their thing and enjoy the gifts. I would say something about what I got, but there's always the possibility that my son is watching the stream. I don't think he is, but I can't take that risk. Yeah, I mean, really, I don't have a lot of holiday traditions anymore because I've been too busy. But yeah, sorry, not sorry about the Chiefs. I'm obviously, I wish Mahomes a speedy and quick and full recovery. Anytime the Raiders can beat them when they are at their peak is absolutely worth it. And I don't want anybody being hurt. That's awful. But yeah, good to see him lose. Yep. Packers owner, right on. Good for you. I'm not a Packers fan, but one of the things that happens is I've always felt like once a Raider, always a Raider. And I'm still a big fan of Josh Jacobs, even though he's not with the Raiders anymore, and he's doing all right out there. Yeah, yeah. The Raiders are not good anymore. The problem is, you'd say, oh, they need a new coach. Well, they do. They need a new owner, and I don't have the money to buy the team. But, Mark Davis hasn't made... The only good decision he made was to bring John Gruden back. But then John Gruden went and had his old emails dug up, and it turns out he was kind of a jerk, to put it mildly. And so he's no longer coaching in the league. But other than that, Davis hasn't made a single good decision. So I don't want to turn this into a Raiders podcast, by the way. But I'm just glad the Chiefs won't win another flipping Super Bowl. Sorry, Elizabeth. I know you're there, but come on. You've got enough. It's like a drunk patron at the bar. I'm sorry, sir. You've had enough. We're gonna have to cut you off. You know. Devontae Adams. I did. It was really sad that we had him. I mean, like, he was perfect for the 1 year that we still had Derek Carr, you know? Then it was like, well, no wonder he wanted to leave. We couldn't get the ball to him. It was awful. Wolves, turnips. I don't even like turnips. All right, let's kill. We got one more wolf to kill too, and then we're done with him. We have to go find Red Eye. Okay, more turnips. Farewell, Chiefs LW. Happy holidays to you as well. Get wrapping. I got a big gift to wrap for my son, large in size. Uh-oh, there's a corpse, and I think there is Red Eye. All right, Red Eye, let's take you down, boy. First, let's take down your buddy here. Come on, Red Eye, where'd you go? There you are. All right, let's lay a trap. I mean, not that we're going to need it, but you know. He might make it over to me. Nope, he won't. One shot at him. That's the thing. I mean, I enjoy a lot of sports. If the sports are, you know, I just want quality sports. All right, we're going to go ahead and port back to the town. So let's turn these into Grigor.
I have not seen your kind.
To Guto. To Eline.
The Uachtaráin requires us to give welcome to the Duvoriad.
Okay, have I helped the people enough? I think I have. Let's talk to the chief and have this party that they're going to have. By the way, can I tell you how excited I am for the new season of Formula One? I'm really, really excited. I know it doesn't start till March, but all new rules, all new cars, a whole new team. Gonna be great. Find a roaming threat. No. You've done enough for the day. Time to take up your seat as an honored guest of the Karu Luth. Our annual festival is almost upon us. Speak with me again when you're ready. All right. We cannot enter this instance while in a group. So, fellowship, leave. Sorry. Lost the connection anyway.
Elder Rig welcomed you to Luntaran and invited you to join in the feast of the running stag.
Good evening to you. You're just in time. The elder is still preparing, but the clan is gathered already. Come, follow me. This is the most important night of the year for my people. Compared the new one to a Max Verstappen of a laptop. Wow. The elder will come out to speak soon. Hello, I'm waiting. There we go. This looks like a good place to sit and watch. The mountain folk have arrived. But where is the family from the southern farm? They are missing. How long will the elder ramble on before the feast starts? Come now, there is wisdom in these rites. Elaine will probably sleep through it too. The elder comes. Show some respect. Welcome, my kin, to the Feast of the Running Stag. As many of you know, we gather each year to share our history. It is a sad history. It is a history that none should forget, not until the last of us is dead. Is it time to eat yet? Be silent, Karis. Honored guest, will you fetch me the ritual crown? It is at my door. The elder smiles as he places the crown at his feet. Thank you, Hilbern. This crown is for the kingdom, for the king that has forsaken Dunland. It is for the children of this land who have been abandoned by Gondor. Never forget the king that forsook us, because now we're forsaken and free. And bored. Hilbern, will you fetch me the horsetail now? Ah, here it is. Thank you again. My old eyes no longer see well. This horsetail is for Rohan, the land of usurpers. The horse lords are our bitter enemies, and they drove us from our rightful lands. Someday the lands must belong to the Dunlendings again. Never, ever forget our rightful home. And one last favor, Hilbert, the spear. So for those of you who aren't super familiar with the story, the Dunlendings, were a people that lived not originally in Dunland. They lived initially in Minhiriath. They were driven out by the Númenóreans even as early as Aldarion, when he cleared the forest outside of Vignalande all the way up the river, up the Gwathlo. It was named the Gwathlo because it was so misty and shadowy because it was in a deep forest. And now it's, there's no forest there at all. So he drove them out from there, and they ended up in Enedwaith. Not in Enedwaith. They ended up down in Calanarthon. And then, of course, when Gondor decided to give that empty land to the Rohirrim, they were driven out again and ended up in Dunland. So they have a legit complaint. You brought the elder the final piece of the ritual set. Thank you, kind one. Poor elder. This part of the ritual always rouses his sadness. This is a spear of the Dragon Clan. It slew my son, who should have been a leader after me. Look, there is Gutu. I knew he would come. My grandson's father's blood still stains its tip. With this spear, we remember that our own people have turned on us. We remember that Dunland is not one people with a common cause. We remember that our own brother clans chased us to the edge of Dunland, where we settled in peace in Trum Dreng, the land that nobody wanted. Grandfather. What is it, Guto? Grandfather, a crow has returned, but it is injured. Oh dear, Hilbern. You see, Grandfather, there are more pressing matters than festivals. When you are a chief, Guto, you will be free to ignore all the festivals you'd like. But as far as I can tell, I am not yet dead. So until I am, you will show respect for our traditions. I am sorry, my people, but there might be some danger to the south. I am calling an early end to the festival. You may take food from the feast and return to your huts for now.
Often escapes me, for the night shadows bring fear.
Catching up on the chat. Well, Nate, they kind of are and they kind of aren't, right? I mean, that's the challenge with, Tolkien doesn't They're the bad guys in the sense that they're an enemy of Rohan. But they're an enemy of Rohan in many ways because Rohan took their land because Gondor was like, oh, it's empty. It's empty of people that we rule. But then they also fell for the lies of Saruman. And they do have a tendency to do that. Earlier, after they've been driven out by Eldarion, they ended up falling for the lies of Sauron. Because basically, they saw Sauron, well, he's the enemy of our enemy, right? He's the enemy of the people that have been pushing us out of our lands, so we'll side with him. That was a mistake. And then they side with Saruman because he's the enemy of the Rohirrim. They get fooled. They get fooled. So, all right. Why would you ignore the festivals? You can get pets at them. Oh, man. All right. So now I need to talk to the elder again. Don't know how I got kicked out to here, but I'm out here. Feast of the Running Stag. Talk to Elder Riegan. Hey, Guto. I fear for what may have taken place in the herdlands after that crow returned. Farmer lives there with his son and a farmhand as well. And of course he wants me to go.
All things dwell in the shadows. I fear wolves will be the least of our
Take the road south to the herdlands. All right, so you can see right down there is where I'm going to go. What time is it? Okay, I think we might have time for that. What do you think? So yeah, so I follow this road and get down to the farmlands. That's what I want to do. All right. In the meantime, take all the Kalinard Scarn that I can. Yeah, those voices are rough to do. I apologize for having to take all the resource nodes that I can, but yeah. Taters, precious. Well, I'm sorry that you all have to watch me as I do it. How's that? Done krabben. You have one animal as a pet from LotRO. Oh, come on. It's got to be Huon. It's got to be Huon. Just don't ever ask him to speak. Try following the river. Like I care about the hostile Dunlendings. I mean, really. I can take them. I can take every last one of them. Does Festito Cologne? Fastito Cologne? I don't know if he's a pet. Bill the Pony would be good, but come on, who won? Best dog ever. First of all, he'd serve as Bill the Pony in the sense that I could ride him, take him wherever I wanted. He's also really, really smart. Big ass turtle monster. You know, that's not a bad call. I just don't know that he's a pet. Would he count as a pet? You hear muffled voices coming from the west bank. Outcasts. The outcast leader. What are the herd lands? We are outcasts. There's nothing left to us. We have no food. At least you can grant us a merciful death.
Many foul things dwell in the shadows.
All right, if you're here to help the farmers, you're too late. They destroyed and took everything. We passed through the farm 2 nights ago, but we heard the screams and saw the smoke. We haven't had any food or water since. They don't know we're here, but we're going to starve in this spot because the Dragon Clan scouts collect stolen food stores from the Dragon Clan scouts. All right. Tar Cornelius. Tar Cornelius the Bjorning. Your kind is not welcome here, Devodiad. Oh, and I also have to collect 3 daggers, 3 spears, 3 shields, and some bows and arrows. All right. Should be relatively easy. Yeah, an Irish wolfhound. They're big, like a small horse. Yeah, the name creator could be better. I just wish that we could add diacritic marks of some kind, you know, whether it's excuse me, like you know, the little accent marks or the umlauts. Well, there wouldn't be an umlaut, but you know, the little circumflex. All right, I've got the weapons, I've got the stolen food. I'm going to bring the stolen food. I'm going to go pour it over there real fast. And turn in the stores as well. And I'm supposed to search for Killoon and Trev. So where are they? Okay, they're downriver a little bit. Ooh, I got 5 LotRO points. So I'm fond of saying, don't spend it all in one place. You knew I was going to have to go after the Calenard's card. Oh, I left before I had it done. Interrupted. Minus interruptus. All right. Dunlendish. I'll have to read that article later. Oh, this is bad. This man probably worked for the farmer, but he lies face down in the water. It is obvious that he has not drawn breath for too long now. This is undoubtedly Trev, the chief herdsman in these lands. Trev appears to have been murdered during the invasion. His face and body are contorted as if he died in considerable pain. Perhaps his were the screams heard the night of the raid. You have discovered the last member of Trev's family, and he too is dead, murdered and left at the riverbank to be carried away when the rains come. The elder will be sorely grieved by this news. The stag clan has now grown smaller and more vulnerable. A glint catches your eye, some metal upon Dilwoon's hand. He seems to be wearing a wedding band. You heard no reports of any women from the herdlands, but the man was young. Perhaps he wedded recently, since he was last in Clan Terran. If there was such a woman, you should find her. Perhaps there are signs of her somewhere in the herdlands. The quest is a doe in a dragon's nest. You do not see a body, but there is a small footprint in the mud. Same. It's one of those ones where I'm going to have to click each one, aren't I? Sometimes you can see all of the footprints and you can just follow that, but in this case, no. Whoever made this small track seemed to be moving away from the bodies and the carnage on the farm. Oh, there she is, Blodwen.
You're welcome here.
If you're here to save me, you're too late. My life is as done as the lives of my husband or family. I do not know who you are, and I do not care. Just leave me. But before you leave me, let me give you some quests. Use torches to burn down storehouses. I'm actually going to pass on this because I think I can move forward to the next thing. Yeah, there we go. I've helped them enough, right? I mean, I don't mean to be a jerk, but I can move forward now.
Passage through True Spring went well. Good.
Same for the group that braved the Bone Vales. Now we must see what awaits us here in Pren Gwith.
I want to know if
We need
Saruman's
information.
promises have already taken
Galtrev is a
hold.
place of no little significance in Dunland, and I want to know if Saruman's promises have already taken hold here. Start in the lower reaches of the village and see if anyone will speak to you of the situation here in Pren Gwith. Well, I think this guy's name speaks for itself. Ruthless Tom, and he's a white hand guard. Looks like a half-orc to me. A traveler wishes to gain access to Galtrev. Tell me, why should the White Hand wave you into Saruman's most productive new village? Galtrev is home to many wonders and conveniences that cannot be found anywhere else in Dunland. But only laborers and workers and close allies of Saruman may come here now. If you enter, you are to find work immediately. Travelers will find no easy accommodations here. Report instead to each of the overseers in town. Supply lines are blocked, our shipments are late. I will not answer for the failures of my inferiors. So I got to speak with White Hand overseers. A recruit for the labor force. I don't like the looks of you, but we'll take what allies we can. The White Hand does not discriminate. This is my work area here, staffed by incompetent mongrels, as you can see. If you want to work for me, I'll have you know I am completely blocked by the second overseer. His supply line has been held up all day. I can't make any progress without him. Go find out what's keeping that shipment and be quick about it. There's also somebody else here who might give me different quests.
You do not belong in
Who are you, Devodiad? You do not belong here. Speak with Catherine and leave me be. She knows what should be done with Devodiad. That's the face only a mud pit could love, indeed. The Cullen mockery of half-orcs. Yeah, the overseer. This one's more like a proper half-orc. Who do you think you are bullying me about my shipment schedule? The insolence of some folk these days. The third station hasn't sent over anything today, and we can't even get started. You want to make yourself useful, go find out what's holding them up. The Elven Rings preserved the land they dwelt in. Does that mean the land of Mithlon started to dwindle after? I don't think Círdan used it. I'm not sure he would have been as willing to give it up if he had. But I don't think it would necessarily have gone downhill. It just, if it had been influenced by outside forces. I mean, I think Galadriel needed Lothlorien more badly because she was right there near Dol Guldur. There was another question up here, though, that was another... Oh, shoot. There it is. Am I on TikTok? I am, but not much. Silmarillion did an interesting video on the inbreeding coefficient of Arwen. P51. I think there is a VIP vendor in Galtrev, but I'm not certain. It's kind of the main core town on this side of the thing, so wouldn't be surprised. I know there's a lot here. All right, it looks like the Overseer is up in this area. Now, that's a gray ring, so it means it's already at a below-level quest, right? No, it means it's a quest I can't even get yet. Can I go up this hill? I can. There's the third Overseer. He's more of a, oh, no, he's definitely half-orc. Wow. Charming. Man, you need some oil of Olway. That's just bad. Are you questioning me? Who are you anyway? I haven't seen you around these parts. You don't look like one of the clansmen. Whoever you are, you can tell the gatekeepers will have their shipment ready. If the fourth station ever comes through with their promises, I don't know what those sluggards are about, making us wait so long. If the elves were only using the havens to leave, they wouldn't have much need to preserve them. Yeah, it's also the nature of the threat. I mean, I think Rivendell less than Lorien, but Lorien also under threat in many ways, in a way that Mithlond was not, just because of the geography. Ten or more levels above me. Oh, must be a roving threat or something. Flint Ironheart. Let's see what this guy looks like. Oh, he's another charmer. Wow. I know everything is held up. You don't have to remind me, whoever you are. These lazy fools who work for me here can't seem to do anything right, and I can't punish them fast enough to fix matters. I don't know why our great lord would wish to ally himself with such feeble, incompetent folk. They'd be more useful as food for the Uruks than as suppliers and warriors. It looks like you've just volunteered to flog these useless mules until the supply lines are running smoothly again. If the gods sent you here to join me, then you've come to the right place. We're hopelessly behind, as you see, in blocking the entire day's supply chain. Here's your first task. Go flog, beat, and torture the workers until they're productive again. That sounds like my kind of job. Katie, is that how I treat the PPP team? I flog, beat, and torture them until they're productive again? I want them working twice as fast. I want them doubling their production. If they still don't work, kill them and take their place. You manage to get them working today, you're likely to be welcome to come and go from Galtrev as often as you like. Okay. Ooh, I can't do their voices anymore. I am out. Woo, definitely done. Hey, don't make me get HR. Hello, this is Prancing Pony Podcast Human Resources. How can I help you, Katie?
As long as the sun shines, you are welcome here. The Turklu have been destroyed. I prayed to the Ochquira that we will not be next.
I'm going to try and do as many as I can here, but I'm going to call it in a little bit. I got to just find a place to save. There's a stable master. So we're probably going to get a milestone nearby. Hello, I was clicking on you. There we go. Oh, the stabs just appear over and over again. That's good. So what am I doing? I'm collecting them, but I got to collect 14 before I can craft them into... I see Lily lie over there. Hello, Lily. I'm looking for the flog emote. Okay, now how do I craft them into spears? Oh, I see. Just do that. Okay. I have to do that for 14 times. All right, that gives me a chance to check chat. Katie's going to ban me? Most recent episode, me and Sarah were talking about how much Aldarion didn't care that his father didn't let him leave to war. I wonder if Aldarion was planning on going no matter what. Probably. He doesn't really seem to care what his father told him. He's a terrible son. Terrible son, terrible father, terrible heir. Honestly, not even a very good king. He was the first king to leave Numenor during his kingship. You know, there's 600 years into the run of Numenor, and he's like, "Oh, I'm out of here." Oh, I do not flog any of my staff, people. That was a joke. What's that shirt? The floggings will continue until morale improves. No, that's like an Imperial Guard Warhammer 40K way of working. That's not how I do things around here. Oh, and I see some of the missing nails over there as well. Well, one more of the... Bring the spears I created to Wuna. There's some missing nails. Looking for the milestone because I'm going to probably have to call this thing quits. It's probably up here with the stable master and stuff, I think. There's a stable master. Oh, hold on. There's Katrine, the Falcon Clan, the one who's going to talk to me. Okay. All right. Somebody up here, the laborer. I got to help him too. Deliver the first box of supplies. Come on, where are the nails? I can't click on the nails. There they are. Sort of haphazardly picking up all the quests. I don't want to pick up that box because something tells me I'll have to take it someplace. Right? So do I have to... Yep. Yep, carrying box. Where am I carrying it? Shoot. I'm walking past all the missing nails that I can't do anything about because... Ah! Gotta find the exit. Beatings will continue until the morale improves, yeah. How far down the hill do I gotta take this? All right. Oh, a couple more missing nails. Oh, 3 more missing nails. That'll help. 4 more. Package has been delivered to the overseer. Let's get some of the nails. All right, well, I'm halfway through the nails, but I'm going to try to go back up in town and find the milestone and then just call it for the evening. Though really, I should be setting my quest for talk to those people. But where is I think it's over here? Sort of the heart of the town is over here somewhere. I shall accept. There's Lily, and there's some more missing nails. I'll grab the missing nails, and I think the milestone is in this little spot. Yep, I see it. Thank you, Katie. I'm looking to see if there are any other missing nails around here. There are not. Let's go ahead and save that, and we'll replace Echad Darvon with that. All right, let's go ahead real quick and just handle some of the inventory of all this stuff. All right, we want to drop the Kalinard hides. Actually, no, he needs the Kalinard hides, but not the Khazad Skarn, not the Magnificent hides. Don't need, those are materials. Okay, I do need the birch branches. I need the Kalinard Skarn, I should say. I don't need garnets. I get them everywhere. That'll go to my scholar. That'll go to my scholar. We'll open up one chest, but not right this moment. Okay, so now let me open up my own vault. Oh, it's almost full because I keep things forever. Oh, I can wear some level 72 stuff. Because now I'm 73, of course. Because I'm just totally stupid and forgot that I had level 72 items that I could wear. The rest is all level 75. All right, so let's see. Let's wear this instead of Halbrad's helm. The sharp decorated combat axe instead of the vibrant Westfold. Yeah, definitely. A better axe there. And some better pants because we all need better pants. All right. Now with that done, crafting. So I got Rittermark Skarn, which is stuff that I can't even access yet at all. So I'll dump these things in my own inventory so then I can sell everything else. Except for, yeah, I think I can sell all of that. Yeah, those are the ones that I was wearing. Okay. Sell them all. All right. Now, just for fun, let's go ahead and grab a key from my stash, and we'll open up that treasure chest, shall we? After we see what's in the mail. Oh, Lily's attached something. She's attached some more Kalinard hides. Thank you. It's very kind of you. All right, so I'll drop those back in my crafting folder. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and open this steel-bound loot chest. What do we get to reward ourselves today? We got 120 motes of enchantment. We got a shirt of the Avid Birder, which I already have. So I'm going to go ahead and actually disenchant that because that'll get me 600 Figments of Splendor. I also got some enhancement runes that I'll drop in my legendary items folder. And then I got Swift Padded Silk Cloak of the Traveler. Now this is interesting. I'm not going to use it because obviously my existing item is better. It's terrible armor, but it gives me plus 25% to all my XP for another 10 levels or so. So I'm going to go ahead and disenchant that as well. This will get me 45 more motes. And that will do it. All right. Yeah, I will have to find out if there is a VIP vendor here because yeah, mine expires in 1 day and change. So All right, well that's okay. I'll grab a stable to Bree, or I'll travel to Bree, and then I'll travel back. But all right, gonna go ahead and exit the game and come back to chat. Glad I didn't lose the stream tonight at all. That was encouraging. All right. Don't need these either. All right. Well, that was fun. We're making our way in. We're Galtrov really is the kind of the main town. It's the Brie of this part of the world. Oh, chat's not up. Sorry. That means you have to deal with my big head twice as large as it would be. Thank you. Thank you. Cat, chat, hat, Matt. Ah. Oh, that's the look I got from you at the entire moot. Sigh. Yeah, Nate. I am going to be doing some non-LotRO activities coming up. I'm going to do this through the end of the year, right? So through next Saturday, which through this coming Saturday, so the 27th, and then next Tuesday on the 30th, and then starting with Saturday, the I guess that'd be the 3rd. I'm going to be doing some other stuff. I'm going to build I'm going to build the Lego Balrog Book Nook. And then maybe I can do some Magic the Gathering if I can get some either Don Marshall or Matt from Nerd of the Rings or somebody to play me online. So those are the things that are coming up. I'm open to other options. Those are two that come to mind. I do still eventually one of these days want to do, paint an army for the tabletop version of the game. But that might have to wait a little while until I can take the time to build them. Live streaming me writing episodes would be dull. Absolutely dull, Nate. That would be. It's just me. Yeah, that's the other thing. Katie's right. I don't multitask well. Yeah, it would take me twice as long to get it done. Being able to handle chat, I can't toggle back and forth from research mode where I'm writing, and interactive mode. Yeah. I mean, maybe if I was doing something else more low key, if I'm working on, I don't know, the only thing that I do that doesn't require a lot of mental overhead is doing the QA run, but I can't do that live stream because it means you'd be listening to an episode before it came out. And I can't do that for people. I can't do that, as a preview. That would be unfair to the patrons. So that probably isn't going to happen. I've thought about it. I've thought about, is there anything that I could do that would, be good live stream? But yeah, I can't do QA because that wouldn't be fair to patrons. I can't do writing because it's too distracting. And it's the same with writing the TTT. That might be a little easier to do than the PPP episodes, but not going to do it. Thanks, Nate. Yeah. No, there are, I've thought about like, what can I do seriously, but everything I do is a little bit too, either demands too much of my attention or, is too distracting in some way or another. Yeah. But I am open for any questions right now. This is a good time to catch up, any sort of chat things that are there. And then I'll probably wrap it up here in about 10 minutes. It's a good question, Watcher. I don't know. I know that Twitch and YouTube are never quite on the same timing. I'm not quite sure why that is. Katie, you might know, but I do not. Where did I get the jumper? I got this from Box Lunch, I think it was. Katie, was it Box Lunch? Yeah, I think it was Box Lunch. My highlight of the moot. Wow, Katie, it's hard to say. A single highlight. I had so many. The moot was fantastic, I have to say. Katie just outdid herself and put together a really great event. I have so many highlights. That's the problem. I mean, I loved having fun, really tripping people up with the trivia contest. That was a lot of fun. But so was singing karaoke. I mean, I would have said at the time, I would have said my highlight was singing White Wedding with Corey Olson, right? I mean, how fun was that? But then I got to sing 500 Miles with Sean. And then I got to watch amazing keynotes from, and then I got to do a live Q&A with Sean. So there was just a lot of really fun, a lot of fun moments. Outside of the keynotes, what was my favorite talk? Probably Lewis's talk. He's really good at presenting a coherent topic, putting it all together and making it like a really attractive thing to watch and listen to. The Watcher, actually, that's a fair question. I have thought about that. You're not so far behind. Part of the challenge right now is that while I am equipped to do video, there are multiple complications. One is my co-hosts are not all equipped to do video, and I wouldn't want it to mismatch in terms of quality. Like it wouldn't look good, like production wise, for me to have the nice backdrop, the professional lights, the professional level camera recording me, to just have a webcam recording my co-hosts, right? But then we run into the problem of editing. Editing for audio is a little easier because, for example, let's say there's some crosstalk, and I'm like, you know what, just drop me from the crosstalk because I don't want to be interrupting my co-host. Jordan will cut my channel without cutting the co-host's channel. It's impossible to do on video. It would become a much more time-consuming edit, which would also mean a much more expensive edit because I'd actually basically probably be paying 2 editors. Jordan would continue to do the audio editing, but I'd have to pay Jonathan to do the video editing. Is that an option down the road? Yes, if I ever get to the point where I've chosen a permanent co-host, where I can invest the finances into getting them set up with a proper video environment, and then we can go from there. It's a good question, though. It's a very good question. Dan of the Rings, I really enjoyed your reading of the Father Christmas letter for the Voices of Art live stream. Thank you. That was it was one from a couple of years ago that I rewrote it, obviously, and changed some things around and did it differently. And I obviously wanted to do it fresh, for that fundraiser. I'm glad that I could. I'm sorry that I couldn't do it live, but it was the day of the moot. But I'm also glad I was able to contribute to the stuff that they gave away at the live stream. That I hope that that it helped raise more money and more awareness. Katie, you and me, I included things you enjoyed too. Of course you did. All of the things you included. I mean, you included movie night. You included, you're the one who included karaoke from the get-go. All the meals that you planned, everything. Got some advice from an attendee to attend the first timers presentations rather than the folks you already know. That's a good point. Yeah. Yeah. Lewis's talk really was good. Katie's, yeah. Got to see in person one of the stories from the Father Christmas letters. You mean like got to see the text and the art? Or if you mean like I got transported into a universe in which one of the letters was actually real and I got to meet Polar Bear. Yeah. Yeah, it was great to be together. It felt a little bit like Oxymoot in 22, Katie, where you and I and Sean were there to, Sean and I to sign the books, and you were there to help us out, and it was awesome. It was a lot of fun. Transported. Okay. So I get to be in a real one. I would love to see the one where North Polar Bear ends up falling asleep in the bathtub and the water comes falling through to the floor below. Because that's also one of the early ones with Ilbreth. So, and I believe that both Polar Bear's cousins, Volkatuka and Paksu, show up. So I'd get to meet all of them. And that would be fantastic. Yeah, I said 22, but I meant 23. 22 was our moot. So yeah, 23. So 2.5, a little over 2 years ago. Yeah, I'm excited to watch them all again because I didn't get to watch very many of the non-keynote ones. One of the days I was absolutely falling asleep because I'd gotten like 2 hours of sleep. So I went back up and took a nap. The other one, I know Katie and I were working on getting some things done. I was having some tech things that I was trying to resolve as well. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's a great event. For those of you who weren't able to attend, next time, at least attend the digital. I promise you, we work very hard. I should say by we, I mean Katie works very hard to ensure that our online attendees have an incredible experience. Again, don't get me wrong. The other folks that do moots do a great job of that. But I'm going to say I think we do a really, really good job of making sure that our online folks get to take part in nearly everything. There are some things that we can't do, like we couldn't stream karaoke because of licensing issues, with music. But she does a great job of building a team of online stewards that really help people feel included. We build a lot of community around it. So yeah. When will the PPP moot be on Isil? On the moon? It's going to be a while before then. How many years did you write the Father Christmas letters? Yeah. I've not yet read through any of the feedback. I do want to go in there and answer the question about what were some of my best memories. We haven't sent out the survey, so I think that's when we'll really get the feedback. Let me take a look real quick just to make sure I get this right. The letters from Father Christmas. He started writing them. Well, 1920 is the first one we have. And in 1920, let's see. John would have been, it's a very small, tiny letter. John would have been just a baby, and he would have been the only child. We don't have the 1921 or 22 letters, and then we have letters all the way every single year after that through 1943, when I believe Priscilla was 13 or 14, and that was the last of it. So from 1920 to 1943, for 23 years. I guess it's actually 24 years, but we only have 22 of the letters. Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's got those kids, they're spread out in age. And he writes them over a period of time. Let me double check the dates, or not the dates, but the ages of the children at that point. So, 1920. Yeah, John would have been 3. And in 1943, by that point, Priscilla would have been 14. Christopher, obviously at 19, no point in writing him the letter at that age. Michael would have been 23, and John would have been 26. So, yeah. It's a really amazing set of letters. It'll always make you feel like a completely inadequate father. I don't know how it will make moms feel, because it's a dad writing them. Like, we know Edith was holding down the fort, doing a lot. We often talk about, like, how in the world could Tolkien have written this incredible world all while also being a professor and holding down his job? And the answer is Edith, who basically kept the house running, took care of the kids, and did all the things that he didn't have time to do. But yeah, reading any of those letters makes me feel like a failure as a dad. Well, folks, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for the night, just a few minutes before 8 o'clock. Planning on seeing you all again here Saturday. That's the 27th at 1 p.m. Pacific time. And in the meantime, I hope you all have a really wonderful Christmas. Again, for those of you who are celebrating, for those who don't, I hope you have a happy holiday, whatever it is you're celebrating, whether that's Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or I don't know, or Festivus, or I don't know, whatever holidays are out there. The winter solstice, which just happened a couple of days ago. But whatever holidays you celebrate, may they be good ones. May you enjoy them with your family. And to everybody that you're getting to spend time with, happy Yule to everyone. And we'll see you all again here on Saturday. So thank you again, and good night.